is All This Science, the science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. I am Anthony.
I am Jared.
And I'm Donovan.
And we are the guest podcasters for this episode, Sleep Deprivation. So Donovan, what is sleep deprivation?
Well, sleep deprivation is simply when an individual fails to get a sufficient amount of sleep. The amount required for proper functioning varies with age. Teens require about 9 hours, while adults may require as little as 7. I'm sure we've all been sleep deprived at some point in our lives.
Sleep deprivation affects everyone of all ages for many different reasons. Some become sleep deprived due to illnesses. For example, someone with chronic pain may find it difficult to sleep at night. Sleep deprivation also can be induced voluntarily and is common amongst adolescents and young adults who stay up late to meet the demands of their classes.
Sleep deprivation is a major problem because it leads to many symptoms, such as decreased cognitive function, slower reaction time, and hypertension. It also leads to irritability and frustration by increasing activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and anger. Individuals who suffer from sleep deprivation may use unhealthy coping strategies, such as ingesting caffeine.
While many symptoms of sleep deprivation are temporary, others may have a long-lasting impact. Research from the Marche Polytechnic University in Italy has shown that sleep deprivation causes the brain to eat itself. Certain cells, called astrocytes, whose purpose is to eliminate synapses in the brain, become overactive during sleep deprivation. On top of that, the overactivity increases with the severity of sleep deprivation. This may explain why people who suffer from chronic sleep deprivation have an increased risk of certain neurological disorders, such as Alzheimer's.
We conducted an experiment to test how sleep deprivation affects certain metrics, such as intelligence, physical performance, and blood pressure. To do this, we designed 3 tests, one for each metric. The first was we simply took our blood pressure. Then we did the maximum amount of push-ups we could do in a minute. Then we did as many randomly generated mental math questions as possible in 2 minutes. We did these first tests when we were rested, then when we were sleep deprived. Before conducting the experiment, we predicted that when sleep deprived, our blood pressure would be higher, we would do less push-ups, and make more mental math errors.
Our prediction was correct. In the case of Jared, his blood pressure went from 129/66 to 136/74. He scored 9 less push-ups and did 21% worse on his mental math test. This shows that being sleep deprived can hinder our overall performance. However, this experiment was conducted using only 3 teenage males, so it is possible that our results are inaccurate.
We decided to interview someone who suffers from sleep deprivation due to chronic joint pain and anxiety. They said they get an average 3 hours of sleep a night. This has affected them for the last 20 years. Sleep deprivation has had a major impact on this person's life by causing them to suffer many symptoms, such as headache, lack of patience, and forgetfulness. These symptoms affect this individual at all times of the day, causing an overall decrease in happiness. Interestingly enough, traveling to a warmer climate helps ease their joint pain, which allows for a better quality of sleep.
While there's no cure for sleep deprivation, we do have a few tips for any listeners who are getting bad sleeps, such as not using your phone before you sleep. The bright screen tricks your brain into producing less melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleepiness. Turn your phone on silent and remove any distractions from your room. Drinking a warm glass of milk before bed can also make you more sleepy. Finally, listening to calming music before bed can also help you relax and make you sleep better.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Donovan. Thanks for listening to All This Science. Contact us at allthisscience@gmail.com if you'd like, and don't let the bedbugs bite.